Yeah, I watch the View almost every day at night. It airs during the day, but like I watch it at night.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that like the world would perceive it as like a liberal show, but it's like every panelist on there is like a literal millionaire. And so if those so I like the show. I like the people on the show, some of them. But if you are looking to them for help with your ideas or like for them to relay information to you about what's going on with the politicians and what's happening with the election and stuff, it's being filtered through a person who's a literal millionaire. And in some cases, like, some of them have been millionaires for like years and years and years and years and years.
A lot of cases, a lot of these people are born millionaires. A lot of these TV pundits, the reason why they have so, but like even in cable news,
a fly went in my throat.
A lot of these people, the reason why they're in the position they're in is because they had access of wealth, from a very young age.
And so it's so fucked up and skewed because, like, listen, look, I love Joy Behar as much as the next crazy person, but like, she is a millionaire, so it's like you're getting the information filtered through a millionaire's perspective, which I'm not saying like if you become a millionaire suddenly you don't have a brain, but like you are part of a system and a world and a worldview. Like you can't escape. Once you're a millionaire, that's who you're with, and you can't really escape that worldview. Just like you wouldn't expect someone else to be able to easily escape their bubble. So why are we trusting millionaires who are giving us the news to be able to escape their bubble, which is whatever.
It's so funny.
Media bullshit.
There was a big thing against Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez where they were like, what does she know? She was just a bartender 1 year ago.
Ugh.
And that line is so funny because it's like, dude, what do you know? You have never held a job that is like, you've never had the experience of being working class.
Yeah.
So how can you create laws and stuff that affect working class people? How can you empathize with the working class if you've never been it?
Yeah.
There's majority of the people in Congress are, even in public office, are lawyers.
Yeah.
Majority of the country isn't lawyers. Where are the teachers? Where are the engineers? Where are the scientists?
Yeah.
Where are the sanitation workers? Where are those people?
Right.
But it's a people that are silver-tongued, that can say things to get your vote. Or they know how to, like, speak one way but do something else.
Yeah.
Hey, you said something funny about, like, it's Joy Behar's great, but she's a millionaire. There was a saying about, like, 24-hour, like, news networks, like opinion pieces and stuff like that, and that it's billionaires telling millionaires what to say to middle-class people.
Yeah. Yes,
that's basically
what
it is. Yeah.
And, it's just like, and there's everyone on the show brings up good points and everything. It's not like I think they're all dumbasses. It's just that they, I don't know. It's just like their day-to-day life is just so different, and it would be hard for... It would just be hard for them, I think, to, even if they have empathy, even if they're smart, even if they're whatever, I think it would be very hard for them to connect to issues that most people have, because they haven't felt that in a really long time.
Yeah.
And so obviously they have issues too, like everyone has issues, whatever, that's being human. But money is a different thing, and they don't experience that, and that is basically what politics is. Like, it is all about, like, how to spend money. So they, in that way, should be the last people we should be listening to, because they have a different relationship to money.
Also, they're on a network TV show, and that network TV show has sponsors.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they literally cannot say, even if they
God.
had opinions that they wanted to say... let's say they wanted to say something against one of their sponsors being Ford or something.
They all fucking stan Joe Biden. Like, they ride his cock every episode. That tells me all I need to know. Yeah. Sorry. What were you saying?
It's just that it's through a filter of like what they can and can't say because of corporate sponsorships.
Yeah.
Even all these comedy shows you guys watch, that are clapter shows, they're not really like
Full House.
not like no clapter as in like the joke is like Donald Trump sucks and everyone goes woo.
Yes!
Like it's not really like a laughing joke. It's more like to make you clap. It's called clapter.
Oh,
so like
okay.
a clapter show, it sounds like they're speaking for the people, but really that's through the filter of watch those commercials. See if they say anything bad about any of those companies in the commercials.
Everything is creepy. Everything is creepy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they will never at least the way the system is right now, I don't foresee it ever changing where they'll actually have a true take on like left-wing politics.
Yeah.
A true we'll never hear an actual real opinion, an unbiased opinion on like how left-wing politics can help the country. All we hear is socialism. All we hear is like, well, we don't want to be extreme here.
But how will we pay for that?
How will we pay for it? By the way, let's do a tax cut. Here's the whole thing. The 9/11 thing that's going on with the first responders is the grossest fucking thing in the world.
What's happening with it right now?
So they can't pass a bill to pay for any like the healthcare for 9/11.
Is someone blocking it?
Right now, it's Rand Paul.
He's blocking it?
He's saying
Why?
how are we gonna pay for it? That argument. But yet when it comes to like tax cuts for the rich, that question's not asked. It's so weird. It's so fucking weird to think like never forget. I remember like how united the country was, how these are actual heroes, support the troops, support first responders. These people, you call 911, they show up. But yet, all of these years later, when it comes to like, it's been proven that these illnesses came from their 9/11 related illnesses, cleanup or whatever. And these people should be having their medical bills being paid off. They should be having their like mental, if they want to see a psychiatrist or anything like that, they should get their fucking dental. If they all wanted to get veneers, they should be able to all have beautiful white smiling faces.
If they want it.
If they want it. Even if it's, yes, it goes against your politics, I think there should be exceptions.
Yeah.
And if 9/11 isn't an exception, what is an exception?
Well, it's just because
what will ever be it?
Because everything is so phony, and it's not like that. Oh, this shit is so infuriating because I remember after 9/11 and we were about to go to war. And I remember even like all the Democrats voted for it and blah blah blah, and it was like if you weren't for it, you were a person who didn't support our troops. If you weren't for it, you were against it. Yeah, that's how it was phrased in the media and in life, which was incredible. Like that is an incredible leap. But it was like literally accepted. Like now people kind of joke about like how absurd that was, but at the time it was accepted. And I remember in my high school, like there was a national like walkout day, and what is the word?
Walked out?
I did, but organized. I couldn't think of organized. I organized it at my school, and like the press came and everything, and it was like kind of a thing, and I got in a lot of trouble, blah blah blah. And
which is funny that you got in trouble for protesting, which is such an American thing.
I know. I got suspended for a couple of days, but which was fine. I got to stay home. I don't give a fuck. Joke's on you, motherfucker. But and we like obviously people weren't nice about it, like the shit they said to me, and it was like it's very ironic to me that how in life the troops, how people sort of put them on a pedestal of being heroes and blah blah blah, which I am not. I have nothing.
I agree with.
It's not going where you think.
I have military in my family, and
this isn't going where you think.
Yeah.
For me, I would never minimize what that is and what that means, but I think it's very important to not like advertise that 24/7 like how the Republicans have claimed them all, because they don't give a shit. So stop advertising this job to people where they're going to come home and be heroes when you're not going to do shit for them. And I'm not just blaming the Republicans. I'm blaming people in power is what I mean by Republicans.
It's put up or shut up.
Not just them. Yeah. And so I just try to be neutral about whether they're fucking heroes or not, because no one's gonna help you when you come back, and it's going to be bullshit, and it's all smoke and mirrors just to get you to go and do the work for people who are millionaires. So I just kind of like to keep that shit on the down low, because I don't want you to feel like you're a hero to enlist, because I want you to know the whole the whole situation. I don't want you to be. Do you know what I'm trying to say? This is very long-winded.
I think if you are gonna claim, you definitely. If we are gonna claim we have 100% the troops back, we're supporting the troops. You can say it, but you actually have to do it. Mm-hmm. And by do it means you have to vote for people in office that actually support the troops. Mm-hmm. Anytime, I believe that when you enlist to be in the military, healthcare for life.
Yeah.
Anytime, anything, if you get a hangnail in Afghanistan, you have the VA should be the best form of healthcare this country provides.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. My cousin served, and he had like a back issue, and he talked to me about like how he had issues with like getting paid and that should not exist.
Right.
If we're sending people off to actually fight, because there's never a delay on sending people to fight.
Right.
When we have to send people to fight, just like if there's first responders. These are another form of first responders. It happens. Sending the sons and daughters off to war is the easiest part for them. When it comes to paying for people to have health care, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That they say support the troops, but it's just insane lip service, and these people are still in office. Mm-hmm. It blows my mind. I don't understand. And again, politically I disagree with a lot of members, even in my family, that have served and all that stuff, and they're more conservative than I am, and that's fine. That's First Amendment's rights, and that's great. I love to have these conversations. But it just blows my mind how everyone that served isn't like, dude, or not everyone that served, everyone that hasn't served is like, hey, we have to give these people health care. We just have to make it work.
Yeah.
You know, if you turn 65 and you get health care from Social Security, even if it's not the best system in the world, if we allow that and old people are fine with that, but they're not fine with giving someone who's 25, missing an arm, who has back problems, who has mental problems, PTSD, the biggest illness you can get from serving overseas, mental issues.
Because everybody just uses people. I mean, politicians literally walk over
it's gross.
Homeless people's bodies in D.C. that have served in wars.
Yeah.
They walk over them as they're like sleeping or passed out in front of, I almost said religious monuments, because that's what they are, like in this country, you know, D.C. monuments. I mean, to me that feels very dystopian and creepy.